Welcome back, crafty friends. Here I'm showing you the papers that I'm using. That they are from Elizabeth Crafts. They are books that they have created in the past. I don't know if they have any coming out in the future, but if you have any in your stash, this is what I have liked to use them for. At least the heavier weight pieces. That there's also a text weight paper in there as well. And so what I'm showing you is that I have chosen 10 papers and I've sewn pockets on them with acetate. And what I am going to create today, or show you what I've created, is basically an ephemera folder. And this is what I store all of my 49 and Market ephemera in. I found it cumbersome to pull all the bits and pieces out of the packaging every time I wanted to find something, and I just find myself using it more often and using up some of those teeny tiny little bits and pieces more by creating these folders. So what I am working on here is the binding system. And what I had done previously is, well, this is a cut it as long as or as tall as your file folder. The base of it is essentially just like an office file folder. And then I score it every ½ inch, and I create these 3 mountains that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. And that is what I'm going to attach my pages to. So there I have my mountains, and I use tear tape to attach all of those together, and then to add it to the file folder to create my actual book. That I use the wider tear tape, and I'm going to fill in that last little bit with another little 1/8 inch to make sure I have good coverage, and take it off. And then I'm going to basically put the middle page holder on where the natural fold of the folder was. So I did do a few additional score lines on the file folder to help with the bending and make it more pliable once you start adding the pages. So here I am putting the adhesive, and I always burnish it down really good. I do like to sew around the edges of mine as well, just for a decorative addition. It totally isn't necessary. That you could either staple your pockets on. I've thought of that, or you could just use adhesive as well. I've seen other people use vellum to create your pockets as well. So on the cover, you don't really need to worry about where the paper is placed, but on this first page, you do want to place it for that edge right against that first binder piece there. And so here, when you put your second pages in, pull off this one piece of adhesive. Make sure that your pockets are facing upwards so you can put your ephemera in them, and so they're not facing upside down. And so before you pull the adhesive off the rest of it, just pull the one and attach it to the center binding. And then when you add the back page to it to sandwich the binding piece in between, match up the far left side of the page and get that part to match, and then just gently lay down your page to go over all the rest of the adhesive. And you will essentially follow that same step the entire way through the process till you get all 3 of the inside pages attached to each of those gussets or binder pieces. I don't know what you want to call them, but so each time you add a page, that you want to make sure that that right side is butted right up against the edge of the binder piece there. And so once you have all your pages in, and I do like to do a front and a back cover as well, then basically you just go ahead and sort your ephemera and start putting it into your storage binder. And so here I am. I actually like to sort all my pieces that are going to go into each folder to know how many pockets of each depth that I need. So your larger ephemera, you want a deeper pocket, whereas your smaller tiny pieces that you want to make sure that you can get your finger and pull those items out. You also want to make sure it's deep enough so things are not flopping over. So I have also on some of the pages added like a piece that flaps over to try and help hold some of the items that are taller, and help just keep it so things are more stable within this folder. And so I have some larger pockets, some deeper pockets. Here's where there's one of those flaps, and then it just kind of goes over the top to hold some of those pieces in so they don't fall out. And basically that is it. You're just going to finish up watching me sort my bits and pieces out, get them into their respective pockets, and then now I can just flip through, find if I'm looking for a certain color, if I'm looking for a ticket or maybe a tab, then I can just flip through real quick, find what I need, and instead I don't have to dig through all of my packaging to find what I'm looking for. So hopefully this is helpful to you if you're looking for a possible new storage solution. And if you have any questions below, please feel free to make a comment, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching.